How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video here on the channel. And today, for the first ever time, we got Big Poppa Drock. How's it going, bro?
What is up, YST, my man? I'm so stoked to be here, continuing the series. Let's go.
Yeah, so I've actually been watching your channel for a long time. I've seen you got the Rising Star of the Year from the award show. And do you know what? I'll take that £100 that you paid me to vote for you on that one, you know?
You can't let the viewers know that I bribe people. You can't let them know, YST. But actually, I will say, I appreciate that you voted for me, brother. That means a lot, dude. Thank you.
No, you really deserve it. Like, the stuff that you put out there, guys, I highly recommend it. Subscribe. It will be in the description below, of course. And you can also check out part 1 of today's video. But this isn't the first time that we've met each other, I guess, because if I bring up this picture, you know where he gets the name Big Poppa Drock from, right? Like, it made me look like an ant in this. It's crazy.
I haven't seen this photo. That's actually the first time I've seen this. I didn't know that you had this, dude. This is great.
Wait, I think you're the one that said it to me. I can't remember now.
Wait, did I send it to you? I totally forgot. I literally forgot. Oh my God, this is, I didn't even realize that I had this photo. Now I'm gonna have to check my phone after this collab. This is awesome.
So I was actually gonna post it in my community page. I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna wait until we collab and then I'm gonna bring it up.
Oh my God, that's incredible. Thank you for sharing that, man.
So being the guest here, do you want to kick us off with the Demonspawn?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm super stoked for this because when I was looking through all the factions, I was, it's always interesting. Like, hey, who's the best nuker? Who do you want to empower? Who makes sense? And for me, I feel like in this faction, there is a clear-cut standout after all this time. At least that's what I think. And that is my boy, Magnar.
Oof.
Magnar, baby. I mean, this champion, I remember back in the day for Arena, this champion was actually a champion that got used in Platinum Arena, where you would 100% before empowerment came out for legendaries, you would see people at high level arena bust out a Magnar. And it's because of that A2, where he can double hit and he does absolutely monstrous damage with this ability. So for me, if I'm looking for I want to maximize damage, I want to empower a champion that's really going to make a difference potentially in arena, I think it's got to be Magnar. I mean, his kit is great. Like, he's got obviously single target abilities to do lots of damage, but HP based champion, he's easier to keep alive.
Yeah.
And again, that A2 just can obliterate champs. So epic empowerment has been a great thing for Magnar for sure.
Yeah, no, he is crazy powerful. I'm actually guilty of not using him as much as I should, but once again, I'm a huge fan of these defense/HP nukers. It's just a shame that there's not a crazy amount of good HP nukers in the game, right? That can absolutely smack, and he is one of them for sure. But I guess one thing that I should have noted, like we did over on your channel, I forgot that it's 2 parts here. With the empowering champions, we want to be prioritizing our faction guardians first, because the last thing you want to do is you've got no epics here and all of your champions are lacking those stats. And also there is various champions such as Allure or Vogoth or enemy max HP nukers that you may want multiples on your account. So don't jump straight away to empower these top tier champions, right?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because it's an easy mistake to make and I've made it myself. So definitely.
Yeah. So, all right, is there anyone here that really stands out to me? I have got a few. Do you know what? I am going to go there. I feel like Soul Drinker gets a bit of power with the empowerment because we're getting those attack percent boosts, and that's exactly what his bombs are going to scale from. And, going through that stone skin, and actually, when he dies, we'll place 2 more bomb debuffs on each enemy that detonates after he dies. So, I just feel like he's a cool one that got a lot of value, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, I totally agree. That would be my second choice as well. Like, definitely benefits from empowerment. And again, I think he's like an underrated champion. He can mess you up in waves, and I think he has a lot more utility than people realize. So yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. Do you know what? There's one more secret weapon here. I want you to guess. Who do you think it is? I'll give you one clue, all right? Just one.
Give me a clue.
In the top row.
In the top row. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There was one that I was thinking, and maybe I'm okay. I'm actually torn here.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess. Is it Vildrax? Am I wrong?
It's not Vildrax. It's not.
Damn it.
It's actually Crutrax's little sister, Excruciator.
Oh, I've never actually used this champ. Really?
Yeah, she's very, very powerful. Actually, she's got a godlike grading on this A2, where damage increases by 35% when attacking under a veil. But also, while attacking under a veil, fully depletes the target's turn meter and can only decrease blah, 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 blah. But this, one of the skills, which one is it? Wait, am I going crazy here? Oh no, it is this one. Enemies killed by the skill cannot be revived. There we go. So...
Oh, wait, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so she's a block revive that deals 35% more damage when under veil. She's a monster one-trick pony, for sure. And I've seen her sit down some enemies. I thought I was going crazy for a second, like...
When you said the block revive thing, I was like, is this the right champion? Because I didn't see it either. Because usually I feel like that's highlighted in like green now, isn't it? Where it says block revive.
Yeah, I thought I was going to say like a block revive or something. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm going crazy.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, you're not crazy. And I didn't even know about this champ. So I'm glad that you told me. So now I'm like, all right, maybe I got to build and found power and excruciator.
You talk about Cintranos. Maybe there's some annoying champion you don't want revived. You know, bring in that excruciator and take them down. All right.
Nice.
Undead hordes. Do you know what? You go first again for this one. I'm interested in your first pick. Let's go.
All right. This is interesting because this was one of the ones that I looked through and I was a little bit like, oh, this is kind of tough. I feel like this is a tough one, at least for me, because, you know, all right. So I'm going to go with Dark Elhain.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Dark Elhain. And the reason why I'm going to go with Dark Elhain is I feel like she's the most traditional nuker in the bunch. You know, she increases her own attack, which is big. So she has an ability to boost her own stats. So obviously, if you empower her, you're getting more attack. That increased attack buff is going to mean more. And the fact that she can throw decreased speed, so you need accuracy. So for me, I feel like she makes the most sense from a nuking perspective. And I think one of the nice things about her kit that plays a lot in Cursed City is if someone gets frozen, she's immediately dropping off that AoE. And that is super useful, I think, in PvE content. So I'm going to roll with Dark Elhain. That's my pick. Am I off base here? Who do you got?
I actually had Dark Elhain as well. Yeah, that Torment count is very strong, but there was one other one that I was thinking of, and it, you know, Husk, if you're struggling to reach cap, potentially. Argument's sake for it, but once again, it comes down to, do you need multiples of him first? This is a tough one. Do you know what? This is actually an interesting one because I was watching a creator called Grim Reaper. He does like arena stuff. And I was watching one of his streams and he was doing a Cintranos stage. And I was very surprised of the damage capability of Hexia. And I was like, what's she really bringing to the table here? So grants an extra turn and places an increased attack on herself, which is nice if she kills an enemy. And damage increases by 7.5% for each debuff on this champion up to 30%. And it's some heal values and stuff. It's a pretty decent one. I don't know where she was getting that crazy damage from.
This is interesting because I've never built her, but reading her kit, I feel like usually single target nukers can do a lot of damage. You know what I mean? So I would imagine her multipliers are pretty good. So now I'm curious.
Yeah, so actually, I got it here. So she's got a godlike 5.3 multiplier coming out from that A2 with the extra turn stuff. So I could see where it could come into play. Maybe not one of the best picks. If I was going to go for a last one, I was going to go with Anax just for Clan Boss because he's actually a very hard hitter.
I have heard that. Never used her from Clan Boss, but I know that's like where he's like. So that, yeah, I could see that for sure.
I thought we were going to have a situation like the Steel Skull again when he said her for Anax. What happened to his face here? Oh, he's my.
Messed. He's messed, bro. He's got leprosy or something.
It's like Death Knight's uncle who's lost his teeth. Damn. It's rough.
Death Knight's uncle. They should throw that into marketing.
Dark Elves. We can't do mythicals here, unfortunately. I know Aphrodite is the best one, you know, definitely.
Oh, he's incredible. What an incredible mythical. I'm so glad I pulled 3 of him.
What a champion. It's actually, I really wish he was one of the best in his secondary form. Like that Scarab King looking stuff. It's nuts.
He looks so sick that you think he's going to be awesome. And then you start using him and you're like, oh, dude, he's just so outclassed by other mythicals. The pain is real.
Yeah. So, all right. Nukers here. Who you putting as your number 1 if you can empower it for your account?
Well, do you want me to go first?
Oh, wait.
You want to go first?
I've just given you all the pluses today. Do you know what?
Because I have one for this. I have one for this for sure.
All right. I'll take the first pick this time. But I'm gonna ask my boy Genzin to join me. So here we go.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. The mask is on.
We're gonna choose Different. Thanks, Genzin. That was Genzin's pick of today, and I feel like this is a really cool champion. with good multipliers all around the board, ignoring defense with an AoE by 15%, we're ignoring 50% on this single target. Like, that's crazy with the perfect veil as well. And then some free stuff for maybe progression in the finite hard or something. But what a champion that. Do you know what? I've still not used him. I just know how strong he is. I've seen people talk about him all the time.
Oh, dude, I use him all the time. He's without a doubt, in my opinion, the best nuker in this faction. He is so nasty. And the ignore defense, like that's one of the best mechanics in the game. Doesn't matter if it's PvE or PvE, like or PvP or PvE. I don't know what I said there, but yeah, Durandal, I'm with you. Yes, 100%. He is awesome.
Yeah, I'm actually. If I tell you something, you're gonna get annoyed. I fed all of my Durandals and I went to do a video and I was like, crap, I remember when I just sacrificed him. I was like, damn it, and I haven't pulled him since. So I've just sat there by one.
Is that not, it's the most painful thing, like as they roll out empowerment and stuff like that, especially
it was just before that as well. Literally just before that. I was like, oh God.
If it makes you feel better, I did that for Rhonda with Cillian back in the day where I had pulled a couple Cillians. This was before legendary empowerment came into place, and then of course Rhonda, you can only get one of her, and her empowerment was Cillian. I was like, you got to be kidding me, dude! Like, oh my God, it's the worst feeling. I feel for you. I feel for you, my brother.
So all right, who would you say is like next best here? Did you have someone else?
Yeah, so I feel like there's a couple you could use here, depending on like what kind of content you're going for. I'm gonna actually go with one that I have used recently that I think is really good, and I didn't realize until I used her how much I liked her, and that is Luria.
Ooh,
and
nice.
It's like not a champion that I ever really thought of, but I love this champion in Curse City. Like she has carried some of my teams in Curse City, and the reason is that first and foremost, she has an AoE with block revive, is there another champion in the game with an AoE block revive? I don't think there is.
AoE Maybe block revive. Do you know what?
AoE block revive.
You got my brain thinking here. Is there one?
I don't think there is.
No. I don't think there. Wait, this is crazy now. I'm just going to check my roster if there is, if I've got anyone just lurking. But yeah, what else do you love about this champ?
So not only is it block revive, but she also freezes. So she's freezing. So she's doing control and she has an ability to block revive, which is awesome. So you get two major bonuses there, which is great. And this is what's crazy. She can also strip buffs and put up block buffs. So, it's not AoE on that attack, but I don't know. I just feel like she doesn't get the love she deserves. And I feel like if you empower her, you're getting way more accuracy, way more attack. That block revive can come into play, but also putting up those debuffs, super, super, super important. So yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, OIST, she's pretty hot. You know what I mean? Luria is pretty hot. Just saying, that's a little added bonus.
Yeah,
I'm into it. I'm into the Dark Elf thing.
So there's one champion that matches up with her, I think, and it's Aneathwy Blood Twin for the AoE block.
Oh my God, of course. How did I forget Aneathwy?
No, but technically though, he's not from the skill. It's from the passive. It's just whenever he kills enemies, right? But yeah, same thing pretty much.
How did I forget? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Oh God,
I didn't know either. I was like, wait a second. Is there any more?
But that's the only one, right? There's no other AoE block revive besides Aneathwy,
guys,
right?
let us know in the comments if there's one that we're missing out. Correct us.
They'll let us know. They'll let us know for sure. See, I'm going Luria. What about you?
Durandal, Luria. Who comes in next here? I think this one might surprise you. Yeah, I do.
Hear it?
Gwyneth from the Doom Tower.
I am absolutely surprised. I've never built her.
So she is, she's grown on me over time, I would say, because it's this transfers all debuffs from this champion to a target enemy, right? But then will attack them and ignores 10% of defense for every debuff they are under. So let's just say, best case scenarios, the Nether Spider, the Dragon, you're trying to speed through it and take down the boss. Not only are you placing all the poisons back on that they just placed on you, but then you're doing true damage if you put all 10 debuffs up. It's a monster skill if you optimize it. She also does an AoE A1, which has lots of capabilities for curse sets, provoke sets, stun sets, similar to like a Bellower. But it does not trigger counterattacks, so bye-bye Valkyries and all of that good stuff, or the Nether Spider, little spiderlings, when they like to counter. So, yeah, ooh. I think she's a really cool one that does have strong damage potential if you can just set it up properly.
I did not realize that her A1 didn't trigger counterattacks. That's actually, does that work for Taurus Marishka, by the way? Do we know?
I guess you're the man to test it. You're the one that can face them.
Oh, no. Oh, no. What have I done? I'm going to have to make a video on this.
With a video coming out soon on Big Poppa Drock's channel.
Oh, God.
But I guess for a last one, it has to be my girl, Lua. You know, you like the Lurias, I love the Luas, and she's one of those OG classics that does a 10-meter drop, right? Great for spiders, Astranics, Dark Fae. But it's this 3-time hitter that also heals herself by 2.5%. It's just nice. 3-turn cooldown, nice nuke. Nothing crazy to write home about, but definitely a champion I would say is worth empowering if you want some nice void damage.
Yeah, I totally agree. Lua's still solid. Like, she's definitely not as elite as she once was, but she's still definitely worth empowering. So I like that. I like that pick too.
Wait, have they got the same skin as? Oh no, it's
they do. They do.
It looks very alike, right?
We got twins, bro. You got Lua, I got Luria.
Right.
I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, they're both great. What's the next faction, YST?
Do you know what? Raid actually need to make a sister synergy now. Bring in some combo effects between Luria and Lua in the same team.
Hey, 2 is always better than 1, baby. That's what I say.
Yeah. All right, Knights Revenants. Wait, who was first in this one? I don't even know.
Well, I went first twice, then you went. You want me to go or do you want to go?
Just take it. Take it from me.
I'll just take it. I'll take it. Okay, this is a really interesting faction because I feel like you have a couple different choices here depending on who or depending on what you want to do, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I think you can argue a couple different champions here, depending on what part of content you're going to go with. If we're talking like who is the absolute hardest hitting nuker in this faction,
he's going there.
Yeah, I'm going there. If you're talking like who is the hardest hitting faction or hardest hitting nuker in this faction, it is one that would surprise you, and that is Kitus.
Oh, you actually went with the Kitus first. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Nice. So here's the thing. Like, if we're talking like I want to nuke harder than anything, Kitus, I believe, is the choice here because I know he has a secret skill that essentially is one of the hardest hitting nukes in the game. But, and this is a big but, it requires immense setup to work where he has to have basically no HP in order to nuke super hard. So it's kind of like Leorius, but if you can get him to no HP, so maybe through a swift parry set, or, you know, or maybe you use like Valkanen or somebody to kill him and you bring him back with very low HP. Or Cardinal. That's another.
That's really, the one I was gonna say. Cardinal's is ideal because she does it with 30% HP revival, so you're still below the 50% and stuff. So.
And max turn meter as well. But if you can get this secret skill to pop, this thing will obliterate people. So pure nuke, Kitus, I think is my choice. If we're just talking pure nuke, but I think we both know there's so many good nukers in this faction for Epic. So many.
Yeah. No, he's actually had him on the side as like to maybe mention him, but I'm happy that you brought him up as a first one because he's like, let's see, like people really loved him. Remember back in the day, people were whipping out those Cardinals and Kitus was blowing up the arena everywhere. But for me, gotta go with the one, the only Whisper.
Ooh, baby. Okay. You know what's crazy, YST? I've never used Whisper. Not once.
You're lying.
I kid you not, dude. I literally
no.
I don't even have her 6-star on my account. And I know that I am sleeping on this champion because everyone talks about her, but is it single target? What does she do?
I'd say she is the best single target Epic Nuker for bosses in the game. Watch this, right? Just gonna do a quick speed run.
Nice.
Here she comes.
Nice.
Watch when she nukes, right? Boom! Nice 500k.
Oh my lord!
Which you can start ramping up on this next one. Get a little reset going. She can literally, if I took Newt out of this team, I guarantee she'll just still wipe them out. But she is such a. I use her in Dark Fae, this boss, you name it. She is an absolute unit. She's actually one of my most wanted +4s in the game.
Oh man, she's naughty.
Yes,
she's naughty, bro.
So what it comes down to is. Attacks one enemy 2 times, grants an extra hit if this target is under decreased defense and weakened, so it is a bit of setup. And then you lead into her own increased attack and own increased crit rate, so you can build a 70%. and it ignores full defense, true damage. It's not a percentage here.
Oh,
It's a crazy skill on the free turn cooldown. And let's just say you got her in relentless gear, which is what I do. It's like you're popping this off, then this one, you reset her. It's just, and look, 20% extra damage to bosses as well. Straight out.
yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. You know, the other great thing about that as reading your kit is that unlike enemy max HP champs, this is based on attack. So there's no, you can just blow somebody up if you have the stats. So I can see why you'd want to empower her. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, very, very strong. Shout out to Saf for that one. He's the hugest supporter of Whisper. Do you remember when she never used to look like this? She had another portrait.
Wait, did she act? Dude, I have no
Yeah.
clue. Does she look different?
Yeah, she looked the same, but this picture was she looked completely different. Different hairstyle. Yeah, it was a weird one.
Wonder why they changed it.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm curious. Now we got to find the old portrait at some point. Now I'm really curious.
Yeah, do you know what? I think we've still got it on the website. Let me see. I'm actually
While you're picking that up, I'll talk about an honorable mention because I think there are a couple more honorable mentions from this faction, and I'm going to throw out the OG blender, the OG blend baby, and that is like technically it's a combo of Skull Crown and Sinesha, but I feel like Skull Crown is the better damage dealer of the two. So
yeah.
I think, you know, obviously it makes sense why you'd want to empower this champ, way more damage for using that A1. So that would be like my little honorable mention. And I almost went with her like first, just because I miss those blender teams where you're throwing out a cardiole and you know, you're just ally attacking people to death. Like that does not work anymore for the most part because of Stone Skin. But
yeah,
back in the day, that was, you know, that had me feeling a sort of way. What can I say?
No, I agree. Do you know what Skull Crown for me was? It took me so much years. There was a time where every shard pool video I did, Skull Crown, please, Skull Crown, finally came out, and she's a really top one for sure. And Sinesha's actually still got value in Phantom Shogun's Growth, one of the best enfeeble tanks in the game, actually, because it's very rare to get this equalizing of HP ability. And, you know, if you just put a highest crit damage in your team, it's going to be great for your faction wars or whatever as well. Take the first hit, equalize it, and sorted. Self-heals as well with A2. It's really good.
It's nice. I like that.
Do you know what? I found the picture. You ready?
Let me see.
There it is. See, it looks different.
Oh, wow.
They completely...
It looks super different.
Yeah, they reworked. It's like just... I don't know why they would do it. It makes a...
Yeah, why?
One of the Raid's discoveries.
I'm so surprised by that. There has... You know what? You know my best guess? I'm just trying to think. There must be some type of like copyright thing where whoever did that image was like, no, I don't want you using my image. Because why would they change the portrait on an epic champion, right? Like,
yeah.
Why? Who cares?
Yeah, so Faceless, briefly, you know, it's just that same thing as Whisper, pretty much. Like, ignores shield, block damage, one-trick pony, ignores defense. Is just very nice for clearing out certain enemies, and the extra hit stuff with the A1, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I hate facing him in waves on my free-to-play. He's so annoying because you can just immediately kill whatever champion he targets, which is frustrating when he crits. I was going to go Thalesia.
Oh, okay. I like Thylesia. I've not really used her. Enlighten us.
Yeah, I think she was like big for me when I was first trying to finish off I think Faction Wars, or I think she made something, I can't remember what it was, but she made something a lot easier. I think it was Faction Wars because of decreased defense.
Yeah.
And at the time I don't think there was another like decreased defense champion for AoE in the faction. So yeah, I really like this champion for empowerment because she has 2 AoE nukes. Which is, I think, great, and the fact that she's throwing out that decreased defense. So, yeah, I'm going Thylesia as well.
That's a cool one. I actually might need to invest in her myself. Do you know where I first heard about her? Was Deadwood Jedi was always speaking about it because of the increasing duration of debuffs or something?
Oh, yeah.
There was something where she was just very good for an area, but I mean, Hex is nice. Cool.
Knowing him, I would imagine it's probably Clan Boss, right?
Yes, it probably is.
Yeah, I'm sure it's Clan Boss.
All right, we're getting down to the final 3 factions. It's been a long ride. I'm very interested. Wait, who goes first here? Was it you?
This is you.
Oh, there's some. Everyone knows how I feel about Cornelia, but it's not going to be her today because she doesn't nuke, unfortunately. But who do I put as my number 1 here?
This is hard. This one is hard.
Ooh, Okay, I'm gonna go with Gala first, and hope
Okay.
that you picked the other one. Gala has absolutely shocked me in Hydra. She literally blew me away. I put her in a nightmare team, and she's doing like 100 million damage over the run. It was like, in comparison to other legendary nukers, she definitely performs. And it comes down to just attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit ignores 25% of defense, grants an extra turn if she has full HP. You then ignore 50% of defense when attacking under a shield. And I just put her in like blood shield accessories or something. And heals this champion and then places a massive shield. When I was hitting decapitated heads right in Hydra, literally you can't even see the health bar anymore. It was just a shield. So it's just, she holds value in arena, great for Hydra, Rotos killer with that 3-time hitter. You name it. I love Gala long braids.
I love Gala long braids. Quote of the video. Hey, listen, I get it. I get it. 1, she looks super cool. And 2, yeah, she nukes really hard. I think this would be my pick too, if I were like choosing best. But there's definitely one other really good nuker in this faction. And it's Morag.
Yes, I mean, Morag, thank you. You said it.
Morag, yeah, Morag is so like, man, she is just so good. First and foremost, she has an ally attack. So if she kills somebody with the ally attack, she's getting an extra turn, which is great. So you can team up. That's huge. It's usable in so much content. But man, this AoE that she uses is great, dude. She's got a great damage AoE. She's defense based. And the underrated part of what she does is putting that strengthen buff and then having the fact that anytime somebody hits her, she's counterattacking when she's under a strengthen, and she's ignoring shield buffs on the A1. I think she's great, man. I use her in Cursed City all the time. I love this champ.
Yeah, she's one of, like I mentioned before with like the Whisper, she's someone else that I have been trying my best. And we're actually going to summon at the end of this video to try to get another one. We do like 10 shots. But I have been trying...
now you got me excited, baby. That's what Drock loves more than anything. Let's go.
Hopefully you can bring me some of that luck, man. But like I've been whopping out the stats on her, nearly 300% crit damage. I love my Morag, man. 5-star Ascension.
Dang.
We're looking for that +4 like you, Drock. Just trying to be like you.
Oh, hey, baby. Hey, don't be like me. Save your money.
So there's actually a few more in here. I feel like definitely is worthy of empowerment. One is actually Philia. Are you familiar?
I am actually not. So school me on her.
So Philia she's very unique with her passive because there's 0 turn cooldown, right? So every single time she takes a turn, if she has 2 or fewer buffs, so you can still have 2, places her own increased attack and increased crit damage on herself. Straight out, right? You don't have to rely on other champions. But also fills this champion's turn meter by 15% and heals herself upon critical hits. So if you're facing like a wave of 4 or 5, whatever that may be, it's like an immediate extra turn if you crit everybody. Great for Dark Fate.
Nice.
Yeah. This one actually smacks as well with the Crushing Eternity to fully deplete turn meter for some Fire Knight or Dark Fate stuff. And then a Destroying of HP on the A1. I just think for this reason alone, nice damage, has good fundamentals, and actually gets the bonuses from empowerment for accuracy as well. No brainer, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, reading her kit, actually, you've got me wanting to build her. Like I've pulled like a lot of her, and I never just invested. But reading her kit, yeah, that's actually a really good kit. Huh.
I was gonna move you next to me for a little bit, Drock. You right? Do you do a high five?
Yeah.
You do a high five?
Yeah. Well, can I do it? No,
other way.
Okay, I went the wrong way.
Oh. Hey, there we go.
Let's go, baby.
So I guess we should have shown this at the start of the video, but once again, I'm still in the mind of the last one, thinking of Steel Skulls, man. But
yeah, look. Yeah, we've been talking Lily for 2 hours at this point, which is great. So like, I love this.
It's just like luring on at this point. Forgive me if this video is like 2 hours, guys. But attack percent is nice, but we're getting that accuracy boost, that speed, that crit rate, that crit damage, and 40 is a lot, right? That is a lot to be adding to a champion. So if you're struggling to reach these higher threshold areas for someone like a Philia, I feel like it's a no-brainer when they cover all the bases.
Absolutely. I'm so glad they added epic empowerment to the game. I'm so glad.
Yeah, good. 100%. Was there anyone else? Do you know what? For the same reason as I mentioned the Soul Drinker, actually, Firegun Isbel. He was Firegun Isbel. I need my bloody Mikage fusion. I shouldn't even be mentioning her. Look at this, man. Look at this. Literally one damn champion is stopping me from my glory, and at once upon a time, I had 4 of her. Can you believe it?
Dude, oh no. Oh yeah, because the fusion.
The
That's
fusion,
right. I
yeah,
forgot.
it was
Yeah,
4 of
she's a
her.
fusion.
It's so annoying.
Maybe we pull her. Maybe when we pull shards, you know what?
It's
Maybe we
happening.
pull her. I'm gonna root for that.
Yeah.
That'd be the most epic ending to a video either. So stick around because you never know.
So Fire God Isabel, for the same reason as Soul Drinker, like she places those bomb debuffs, and actually similar to Nishak Vermin Lord, with the ways that the bombs scale against Bomb with the Dreadhorn, because she deals was it all bomb debuffs placed by this skill on enemies whose max HP is higher than 200,000, which pretty much every boss in the game is, will deal 50% more damage. So if you can like cycle this with other bomb champions like those Soul Drinkers or Guys to Gleefals, or one of my favorites in War Mother as well, it just holds a lot of value, and any way that we can get more attack to scale that to higher is always welcomed. And she places that weaken to amplify the damage of those bombs too. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of Fire Gun. But just
I could see this.
Yeah, really good.
I just want you to pull one for Mikage though. Now knowing that that's what you're missing, that's gotta hurt so bad.
Damn, I shouldn't be in this faction without my mask on. Sorry, Shadowkin.
Where did you get this mask from, by the way? I've seen you with it before. Did you custom order this thing?
Yeah, no. So basically, I used to have some red-looking thing because it was the same as my YouTube logo. I'm just a huge fan of like samurais, and then I always said, "Oh, I would love it." Oops. I always said I would love it if they brought in like a kind of samurai theme to the game, and then Shadow King came. I was like, here we go. I need a mascot here because you know how Ash has Scylla the Drakes and everyone just has their favorites. I was like, who really fits? I was already rocking like some kind of mask, and it was between actually Jintoro, but he's got a full face. I was like, that's going to cost me like $500,000 or something to try. Can't afford it, man. You know, YouTube doesn't pay that good. So I was like, all right, I could settle for this. And then I had a guy that was going to be making it for me, and then he just bailed on me somewhere. I was like, all right, let me find somebody. One dude, he had my vision. I told him, listen, I want to become Genzin. He brought it to life for me. So, yeah.
It's well done, dude. It's a really well done mask.
It's like literally I had to get the dynamics on my face and, you know, everything just fits perfectly. But yeah, one of my favorite things I've bought in a long time. Could have got like maybe 100 primals for that.
Yeah, I mean, well, what's better, you know, champions in a video game or an actual physical thing that you can keep with you?
Yeah. All right.
I think you made the right decision.
So here we go. Let's make the right choices here.
Yes, let's make the right choices. I'm leading this one off, and I mean, without a doubt, I'm picking Gembo. You know, like you could argue a couple others, but I mean, Gembo is so nasty, and he's so nasty with the self buff, the increased crit rate. You know, like the beautiful thing if you empower him is you're getting additional crit rate, you're getting additional crit damage. Like obviously he's already buffing himself, but I mean, like this champion is nasty. He's ignoring unkillable buffs. He's stealing buffs. This is one of the underrated parts of his kit that people don't realize. I love the fact that he can steal buffs on his A1, and it can't be resisted if you have increased attack on him. So, like, so useful. You could use him against things like Helicath and Arena or other things that are buffing a ton. And on top of that, he's got a speed aura. So, from a nuking perspective, I use Genbo all the time on my account, literally all the time, still to this day. I love Genbo, and he looks freaking sick. The dude just looks super cool.
So I was trying this whole time when you're speaking about him. I feel exactly the same. However, there's something that we missed out on here. Did you know beforehand? I had to find another picture. He looked different too. Do you know what was changed on him?
Really?
Guess what he used to do. I'll bring up the picture. I want you to guess.
What he used to do, like animation wise, or
just the way he looks, or whatever.
Is it nipples?
It's not nipples. Here we go. Look at that. You see it?
Oh yeah.
He now he's got his swords down. He used to have them up. Now this.
What? Why?
That was a lot of fun facts in this video, guys. But Genbo never used to look with the swords down. He used to have it up like this.
I'm so confused though. Why are they? Huh?
It's cool though. It's like one time I just signed into the game. They did like a patch, and I was using my Genbo. I was like trying to do some gear on him, and then I was just like, why is his swords down? I had to like think twice about it. Like, am I going crazy here? I was like, no, they actually just put his swords down.
That's so weird. You know what? He actually doesn't even have nipples. I'm looking now, and
No, they're there, man. They're just on the like underneath of me.
Maybe they're under the cloth. Which, by the way, guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, watch the first part and then you'll understand. You'll understand.
Oh god. Poor guy. They forgot to put the nips on him. So that's probably that's
come
why
on.
no, I know what it was. He was protecting them before, right, with his other stance. When they put them down, he cut them off. That's what happened.
It makes sense. He chops them right off.
Solved them.
Amputated. He's dishonored. That's why he's dishonored. That's why they call him Gembo the Dishonored, because he's missing his nips.
Oh, for God's sake, man. All right, so in terms of Shadowkin, we got to go with the Nagorio. Let's go. I'm a huge fan of Nagorio. You used this guy before?
I actually haven't, but I have empowered him, and so I was curious because I saw the reviews and I felt like his reviews were really good.
Yeah,
or something. So yeah, I haven't used him.
You know, he's a really cool one. He actually hits very hard with his abilities. Like AoE decreases the cooldown of this skill when he attacks under an increased attack. Basically takes us down to a 3-turn cooldown. You also get an A1 block buffs, or A2, sorry, which places it on increased attack, or if he's under increased attack, sorry. And then places an extra hit if this champion's under it, but he does get it himself from the passive. But mainly one-trick pony. This does have good multipliers, and his animations are so fun to watch. He's like, have you played with Genzin? Yeah.
Genzin, the legendary. You mean Genzin
Yeah,
the one you're masked?
Yeah.
So
do you know how Genzin kind of goes in like phew, 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 like a samurai?
Yeah.
It's very similar in the Gory. He's just in and out. It's so cool.
Oh, nice. Okay, sick. All right, so I'll have to build him then.
Anyone else here? You can think of anyone?
Yeah, there's one. There's one I got for sure, and that's Obero.
Oh, I had it on the list as well, so I agree with you for this one then.
Yeah, Obero. I mean, like the thing about Obero too is she's gonna benefit so much from empowerment because she's dropping decreased defense on stuff like Hydra. So yeah, I mean, like Obero can do tons of damage in PvE content. So I feel like she's an easy choice for me. Like I'm definitely putting Obero on the list.
Yeah, I've actually never used it, but I've seen people using this A1, and it just becomes AoE. She does crazy stuff in Hydra. I'd love to test her out, but these aesthetics are crazy. It reminds me of like Raiden. It's a Mortal Kombat stuff.
Yeah,
it's cool, right?
Mortal Kombat. Yeah. You got to give it to Raid's art team. I feel like they kill it on every hero they put out there, a champion they put out.
It's like Tashira as well reminded me of Raiden with this hat here.
Yeah.
So sick, man.
His second form does look super cool. It really does.
So sick. I badly want this guy. That. Yeah. This thing's going to cost her. Tell Raid to send it over to me and I'll wear it. Anytime.
They do that, I'll be shocked.
Yeah. But they wouldn't even give me the mask. I was asking them, yo, give me a mask. I've been asking for a little figurine of Genzin for 3 years. They keep saying, oh, yeah, one day.
Listen.
My God, I'm going to be 50 at this rate.
The fact that you got a sheep and we got a statue at all for winning the awards, just to remind everyone, there's the sheep, this is the statue. Yeah, we both got one of these. That's I didn't expect it.
I'm gonna turn Drock into a sheep. I'm gonna throw at you now. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, sheep me. I can't do anything. I just lost half my health. I'm also slower than normal.
Oh my God, man. I've done. After this, I'm going to sleep. I've had enough. All right, we're down to the final faction here. We made it.
Yes.
Who we got here for this final Epic Nuker for empowerment?
This is you, baby. This is you.
Okay, there's actually a good few in here, which I don't think people would think of. I think Arwid surprised me. She's a part of a fusion, right, recently.
Yes.
And she's actually got a good multiplier, so damage increases by 30% if this champion has no active debuffs. So could be cool in some Centranos or, some faction war stuff. But also ignores unkillable buffs if this champion has no debuffs as well. So pretty nice. Before attacking, removes all debuffs from this champion and there's chance of removing them from allies as well. So yeah, I think overall increases her own accuracy by 50 if there's no active debuffs. So you basically can't take anything to like enable some of her kit, but she does smack. She does do good damage.
Yeah, that's a solid kit. I haven't used her yet because I've used her, but yeah, for sure.
All right, who we got?
Okay, for me, I'm rolling Miss Rider Dathi.
Yes, that's probably the MVP for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, this dude is like I don't know. Like first off, he's self-buffing, which is always great. So he's increasing attack, he's increasing accuracy,
Mm-hmm.
he's granting an extra turn, which is huge. But then what I love about his kit is if you manage to place all of his decreased defense debuffs, you get another additional turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then his A1 also has a chance of getting an additional turn. So I have seen this guy in arena or in content just take like 4 or 5 turns in a row because the RNG is lined up. And again,
Yeah.
you want increased accuracy on him. And even though he's buffing it himself, for stuff like Hydra, obviously the more the better. So empowering him going to make a big difference there. So I think Mistrider is super awesome champ. And I know in the free to play challenge we did, Hell Hades was riding this dude hard in all content. He was riding him all over the place. So yeah, Mistrider for me. Sorry, Hades. It was.
Oh, man. Do you know what? That reminded me of
writing this.
There was a video that Hades did, right? And he said that he was in the Lizardman, and he was saying he was talking about Vergamcar. He was like, YST likes the sausage. He told me the other day.
You got anybody else?
You were nearly there, man.
Yep.
All right, so this next one, we're going to go with someone I don't have in Kellen the Shriek. And he's actually got good multipliers all around the board. Increases by 5% for each debuff on the target, which is nice. First hit has a chance of decreasing turn meter with a big variation of decreased speed on a 3-turn cooldown. And then also a weaken. So one of the best champions for epics for Dark Fae. And also adds value in like faction wars. And the other one I was thinking of actually was... It was between Panda Bowhorn, but he's got a nice 3-time hitter like the Weregrin Sun Curse we did over on your channel.
Yeah.
It's basically it's the same kind of effect. So a 3-time hitter ignores 10% of defense with that true fear as well. So
nice,
pretty nice. But yeah, I just give last honorable mention Ruella, great for damage, single target, all of that good stuff.
I got one more too. I feel like
the whole faction is damage dealers.
The whole freaking faction. I actually really like Creoden. I really like Creoden the blue.
Dude, you know what? I was looking. He's very good.
Yeah,
he is someone I really want to empower. I do like him a lot. I got him really well built, but I just think,
what's your issue with him?
I don't get crazy damage out of him.
Okay, that's fair. He's definitely not the best damage dealer for sure. That is actually very fair.
But he's up there for sure.
So the reason why I like him is because I use him in Cursed City to control waves and like pump out a little bit of damage with the A2.
Yeah.
But he's definitely like a great Fire Knight champion. But you make a very valid point. He's definitely not the top damage dealer in here for sure.
He's like, a nice bruiser though. Like any extra crit damage you can get is nice. Like just bruising up those enemies for other people to finish them off. He's very, very good at it for sure.
Absolutely.
People are loving this guy, man. Look at this. 5 out of 5.
Look at fives in the faction wars. Look out. Okay.
So all right then. We got through them all. Drock. We did it.
Woo!
I guess let's celebrate with some shards.
I was just gonna say we're celebrating with shards. What are we pulling for? What are we hoping for?
So I got 4 voids. I want Sulfurion. I think Sulfurion is pretty cool. And I'm also gonna do 15. I'm not gonna go crazy because I'm anticipating 2x Ancients. I want a second Missionarchy, and I want a 5-gun Isabel.
Okay. All right.
We're doing the voids first. Here we go.
Come on. Drock luck. Kraken Drock luck.
Yeah, I think we just rage. Oh, Whisper I'll take. Got the long braids.
Okay.
Come on.
Got the long braids. Whisper.
Bring it home.
Come on.
Bring it home.
Come on.
Give me a damn epic raid.
Do it.
Oh, Cold Heart.
Cold Heart.
Come on, rare empowerment.
Nice.
Come on.
Do it. Yeah, rare empowerment. Come on.
For
son of a gun.
Raid. They're trying to make me go into my
Where's
wallet.
My statue? I'm tossing it. Yeah, they want that wallet, baby.
Here we go.
Show off for them shards.
15 shards in a dream. Bring me the fire gun.
Fire gun.
Mordecai.
Mordecai.
We're gonna get it. We're probably gonna get a Geo from this. We'll do 10 more then. I'll keep 40.
Yeah, there it is. That's the raid player I know.
Here we go.
I'll do 15. No, I'm doing 10. Oh, I was. Come on.
They're like, you sure you don't want that Geomancer YST? Keep going, man.
Oh, man. I wanted it.
I really want a second Missionarchy so badly.
What if I told you I just pulled one on this 10x?
Did you actually?
15x.
Oh, don't say that.
I did. It was my third Michinaki.
He's so strong for Hydra, man.
Well, now I'm wondering, do I empower I have 2. Do I take the third one and empower one, or do I just build 3? What would you do, YST?
I think 2's enough, personally. I don't know.
I think so too.
Do you know what? There's a problem. I know it's a bad problem, but you're the only person that could probably help me out with this, honestly.
All right, let's hear it.
I got 3 Duchess, right? But only like.
Oh yeah,
Would you keep them all, or would you start? When would you start plussing with a Duchess?
So, it's interesting because I still have 3 Duchesses as well, and I think realistically, I never used the 3rd Duchess. In my head, I was thinking, okay, I have 1 for arena, I have 1 for content, and then I have an additional build that's like maybe a super high resist for arena. But I think now, especially because, and I haven't done this yet, like I'm really slacking on this, but you can set up like your sets to easily switch between stuff, and they have free gear removal. I think having 3 isn't necessarily as useful as it was. I guess it really depends on your account. Like, how often are you using your 3rd Duchess?
I don't even use the second. I don't even use the second one.
Yeah, then if that's the case, then I would go ahead and empower.
Yeah, I just, do you know what it is? I'm always thinking like, oh, if new content comes out and I need multiples,
yeah,
that's the only thing that always goes through my mind. I was like, oh, then I would like multiple Duchess.
It's super hard, right? Like, it's super hard. Like, I'm not empowering a lot of champions, not necessarily for new content, but a lot of times because I'm afraid they're going to release a login champ that gets empowered off of something else. You know what I mean? And I want to make sure I have that champ available, but I highly doubt that I'd ever do that for Duchess. If you're looking for like this, if you're not using, I would keep 2. I would keep 2 for sure. Because I'll use like a bolster Duchess and do like content, and I'll use my arena Duchess for other stuff. But 3, I don't think you necessarily need anymore. I think the game, they've released so many other champions at this point that can do enough stuff to make it not necessarily worth it.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I guess on that note, Drock, I appreciate you swinging by the channel today, and it's been well overdue. I look forward to next time. Anything you want to say here before we wrap things up?
Man, what a fun collab, YST, between the one on my channel and now this one on yours. I don't think I've ever laughed as much doing a collab, dude. I'm so happy we finally did this. And just on a personal note, man, so great meeting you in person at TwitchCon, and now finally getting to do a video together. Just really happy we made this happen. So much love, and just appreciate your attitude. So I had a lot of fun. I had a blast.
Appreciate it. No, I didn't know where it was gonna go. I know that you're full of energy from your videos. I was like, this is gonna go really crazy or crazy, and it was, it's one of the two.
Certainly went there. So yeah.
But yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave the part 1, I guess, or part 2, depending which way you watch it round, in the description below. Make sure you guys head over and subscribe as well, because he is just about to reach 10,000, and I know you guys can do it. Go and crush it for the man. And yeah, we'll see you all on a video soon. Peace.